History of Russia Part 4. In the wake of Napoleon's defeat, Russia emerged as a formidable world power, significantly expanding its territory and influence across Europe and Asia. This period marked a pivotal transformation as the nation began to assert itself on the global stage, showcasing its military prowess and strategic ambitions. However, beneath this veneer of strength lay deep-seated internal discontent, fueled by social inequalities and a rigid autocratic regime. The clash between modernization and tradition sparked a series of political and cultural upheavals, shaping the trajectory of Russian society. In this video, we will delve into the fascinating historical evolution of Russia, exploring the intricate dynamics that led to its rise and the profound changes that defined its identity, inviting you to engage with the rich tapestry of Russian history. The Decembrist Revolt of 1825 marked a significant moment in Russian political history, emerging from the growing discontent among intellectuals and army officers who formed secret societies advocating for reform and constitutional governance. These groups, influenced by Enlightenment ideals, sought to challenge the autocratic rule of Tsar Nicholas I. When the Decembrists attempted a military coup on December 14th, their efforts were swiftly crushed, leading to severe repercussions for the leaders involved. Many were executed or exiled to Siberia, highlighting the regime's intolerance for dissent. Despite its failure, the revolt underscored the rising tide of revolutionary sentiment and set the stage for future movements against autocracy, illustrating the persistent struggle for political change in Russia and inspiring generations to come. Nicholas I's reign was characterized by the doctrine of orthodoxy, autocracy, and nationality, which aimed to consolidate his power and unify the Russian Empire under a strong national identity. This doctrine emphasized the importance of the Russian Orthodox Church, reinforcing the Tsar's divine right to rule while promoting a sense of national pride. His policies had profound effects on Russian society, fostering a climate of repression and censorship that stifled dissent and intellectual freedom. Internationally, Nicholas I's aggressive foreign policy led to significant military conflicts, including wars with Persia and the Ottoman Empire, which expanded Russian territory but strained relations with European powers. These conflicts and his rigid policies ultimately shaped the geopolitical landscape of the time, leaving a lasting impact on Russia's role in Europe. The Crimean War, which erupted in 1853, was fueled by a complex web of geopolitical tensions, particularly surrounding the decline of the Ottoman Empire and Russia's ambitions in the Black Sea region. The role of the Black Sea Fleet was pivotal, as it sought to assert Russian dominance, leading to confrontations with Britain and France, who were determined to curb Russian expansion. The conflict escalated with the siege of Sevastopol, a protracted and brutal engagement that showcased the determination of the Allied forces. Ultimately, the war ended in 1856 with the Treaty of Paris, significantly diminishing Russia's military and political standing in Europe. The defeat exposed the weaknesses of the Russian military and prompted urgent calls for reform, setting the stage for modernization efforts in the following decades. Alexander II, often referred to as the Tsar Liberator, implemented significant reforms that transformed Russian society. The most notable was the abolition of serfdom in 1861, which freed millions of peasants and aimed to modernize the economy. This monumental change, however, led to social upheaval as former serfs struggled with land ownership and economic independence. Additionally, Alexander II established provincial assemblies known as zemstvos, which introduced local governance and allowed for greater participation in administrative affairs, fostering a sense of civic responsibility. On the foreign policy front, his reign was marked by territorial expansions in Asia, particularly in Central Asia, which enhanced Russia's influence in the region. These reforms and policies collectively aimed to strengthen Russia, though they also sparked tensions that would shape future developments. The late 19th century in Russia was a vibrant period of cultural advancement that significantly shaped national identity. Literary giants like Leo Tolstoy and Alexander Pushkin emerged, producing works that explored the complexities of human experience and the Russian soul. Tolstoy's epic novels, such as War and Peace, and Pushkin's poetry laid the foundation for modern Russian literature, influencing generations of writers. This era also witnessed a flourishing of the arts, with composers like Tchaikovsky and Rimsky-Korsakov creating timeless music that resonated with both national pride and emotional depth. The visual arts thrived as well, with movements like the Wanderers promoting realism and social themes. Collectively, these cultural advancements not only enriched Russian heritage, but also fostered a sense of unity and identity during a time of significant social change. The political landscape in Russia during the late 19th century was marked by significant unrest, fueled by the rise of radical political groups such as the People's Will, who were frustrated by the slow pace of reform and the persistence of autocracy. These groups sought to challenge the status quo, advocating for revolutionary change. The circumstances surrounding Alexander II's assassination on March 1, 1881, were a culmination of these tensions. He was killed by a bomb thrown by a member of the People's Will while traveling in a carriage. His death sent shockwaves through Russian society, leading to a crackdown on dissent and a return to repressive measures under his successor, Alexander III. This shift stifled reform efforts and deepened societal divisions, setting the stage for further unrest in the years to come. In this video, we explored the profound transformation of Russia, tracing its evolution from a formidable world power to a nation grappling with internal strife and social upheaval. We examined pivotal events such as the Decembrist Revolt, the Crimean War, and the significant reforms of Alexander II, all of which played crucial roles in shaping Russia's political landscape. These historical moments not only highlight the complexities of Russian identity, but also invite us to reflect on their lasting significance in contemporary society. We encourage you to engage with this rich history by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and sharing it with others who are interested in exploring more about Russia's fascinating past. Your support helps us bring more historical content to life.